Pardon the interruption, but I'm Marcos Gonzalez.
And I'm Stevie Jimenez.
And on this episode of Pardon the Interruption, we'll be talking about the new American Alliance of Football, some Steelers drama going on in Pittsburgh, and of course the NBA All-Star festivities that happened just a couple days ago. So Stevie, let's start off with the AAF. Who do you think is benefiting most from this?
I think the draft busts from previous years in the NFL draft have benefited the most from the AAF. We're seeing them now having some compelling stories. You see Trent Richardson in Birmingham. He's playing pretty well. I mean, his stats won't show it, but I think a lot of these NFL draft busts have been having the better seasons.
Well, let me stop you right there. They might be benefiting the most, but they should not be benefiting the most. They're taking away opportunities from guys who are working hard as undrafted free agents. Those are the guys that deserve the opportunities. You look at Trent Richardson, 2.5 yards per carry. Yes, he's getting touchdowns. Any running back put in that position that was undrafted would be putting up the same results, and that is my only problem with the AAF.
But who's saying that some of these draft busts, like Trent Richardson, aren't putting in the work to make a bounce back into the NFL? I think they just want it as much as some of those guys that were undrafted, unsigned. I think those draft busts want to prove it as much as those guys that they belong in the NFL.
Well, let's agree to disagree, because personally, I think that this is just a publicity thing for the AAF. And now let's start talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers drama. Lots of stuff going on. Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. Who do you think is the cause of this problem?
I think it's time for the fans to start pointing their fingers at Mike Tomlin. I mean, it looks like he really can't control the locker room. Sure, you have a lot of personalities, but I think one of the coach's jobs is to make sure that nobody's ego is getting in the way of their playing. Nobody's ego is getting in the way of them being able to come together as a team. So I think Mike Tomlin is the root of this.
I strongly disagree, Stevie. Personally, I think the problem is Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, you see all these players' comments, Antonio Brown's comments, Le'Veon Bell's comments, they all trace back to Ben Roethlisberger. Even to the point where they've said that Ben Roethlisberger has an owner's mentality. It's not something that can be fixed by Mike Tomlin.
Well, I think at least one of the bright sides of this is that Le'Veon Bell wasn't tagged, so we won't see any more of this problem prolonged. Hopefully, Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown can just find a team with open arms soon for them.
And maybe, just maybe, Le'Veon Bell, AAF 2020? Are we going to see it?
No way.
All right, so let's talk about the NBA All-Star festivities. Obviously, it's kind of gotten stale for the fans. A lot of fans have thought so. What do you think is the best solution for this?
I think the NBA needs to try to get as many elite stars and talent into the dunk contest, the three-point contest, and the skills challenge as possible. I mean, you saw over the weekend, you saw Hamidou Diallo winning the dunk contest. Like, sure, he's a really athletic guy. Sure, he can throw down some cool dunks. But would you rather watch him or Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James dunking next to each other?
I agree with you, but I think that that's something that's unrealistic. I don't think you're ever going to get a LeBron James in the dunk contest unless you incentivize it. So my solution is to make these skill contests more fun by, for example, dunk contest, lowering the rim. Let's see a big three-point contest. Let's see a three-point contest between Andre Drummond, Hassan Whiteside, and DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I know that one of the big problems is these big stars don't want to fail in the dunk contest or the three-point challenge to relative unknowns. But I think that's one problem the NBA needs to fix.
I agree. Well, thank you for tuning in to Pardon the Interruption. I'm Marcos Gonzalez.
And I'm Stevie Jimenez.
Signing out.